Very few modern companies, especially in the Caribbean, can lay claim to a history that spans nearly 2 centuries. But this is part of what makes the House of Angostura so special. Its timeless and innovative products have always had a tremendous impact on the society of the day. The journey began in 1824, when Dr. Johann Siegert, a German medic serving as Surgeon General in Simon Bolivar's army, perfected the recipe for the now world-famous Angostura aromatic bitters, or as he called it, Amargo Aromatico, to help ease the pain of injured soldiers. The concoction was named after the Venezuelan town of Angostura, in which Siegert resided, now called Ciudad Bolivar. About 50 years later, seeking a more stable political climate, the family migrated to Trinidad, with Dr. Siegert's sons, Carlos, Alfredo, and Luis, now at the helm of the small manufacturing business, which, in homage to its Latin American beginnings, was called Dr. J.G.B. Siegert e Hijos. Bitters was now being sold internationally, but its recipe was still a closely guarded secret. Still, everyone from royalty to the literati was raving about it, including author Mark Twain, who in a famous 1874 letter to his wife attributed his perfect digestion to the product. In 1903, Carlos Siegert had died, leaving his 2 brothers in charge. The very next year, Alfredo was appointed purveyor of Angostura aromatic bitters to the King of Prussia. In 1907, Angostura offered the same service to King Alfonso XIII of Spain. In 1909, the company, now registered in England, went public and in 1912 began to supply bitters to His Majesty King George V. The Siegerts, recognizing the universal appeal of the bitters product, officially changed the name of the company to Angostura Bitters, Dr. J.G.B. Siegert & Sons Limited, on August 30th, 1921. The royal demand for bitters has never wavered. In 1952, Angostura was chosen as the bitters provider for His Majesty King Gustav VI of Sweden, and in 1955 was awarded a royal warrant to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It remains the only Caribbean company to enjoy this privilege. Its rum blending tradition dates back to the 1900s. Trinidad Distillers, with its multi-column commercial distillery, became a wholly owned subsidiary of the company in 1947. By the early 1960s, the path of the future was clear, as profits on rum exceeded those on bitters for the first time ever. By 1971, Angostura was the largest non-oil exporter in the country, establishing a strategic alliance with Bacardi, which acquired 45% shareholding in the company. It also received the Prime Minister's Exporter of the Year award the following year. But Angostura's rum manufacturing really came to the fore in 1973, with the acquisition of Fernandez Distillers, an already established rum-making name. The coming together of these 2 legacies, Fernandez and Siegert, brought popular brands like VAT 19 and Black Label rums to join Angostura's Old Oak Gold and Old Oak White. In just over 10 years, Angostura would receive a national award, the Hummingbird Gold Medal, for its stellar contribution to industry, the first company to be honored in this way. In 1992, the company officially changed its name to Angostura Limited. 5 years later, the CL Financial Group, one of the largest holding companies in the Caribbean, proceeded to buy other international beverage companies, eventually forming CL World Brands, which marketed and distributed Angostura's rums and bitters globally. 1996 was a memorable year. The manufacturing arm of the company won the Exporter of the Year award for the 2nd time, and Angostura's new 20-acre complex, housing everything from offices to its new cutting-edge bottling line, was commissioned, boasting an impressive capacity of more than 1 million cases of product annually. In the year 2000, diversification was the name of the game. New brands like Caribbean Club Rum Punch, Lemon Lime and Bitters, the company's first non-alcoholic beverage, the International Rum range, comprising the present Reserva, 5-year-old Gold and 7-year-old Dark Rums, Angostura 1919 and Angostura 1824 were all well received, continuously winning awards. When the CL Financial Group faced a liquidity crisis in 2009, Angostura managed to keep its head above water, even as the world was feeling the effects of the global financial crisis, a testament to the quality and distinctiveness of the company's products. Which brings us to the present day. Within a year of the global financial collapse, Angostura was still the leader in the domestic rum market, thanks in part to updated packaging and a streamlined business and sales strategy. In 2010, the company upgraded its facilities with two key pieces of equipment: a two-station cold glue labeler that could process more than 300 bottles per minute, and a new automatic rinsing, filling and capping monoblock. There was a further upgrade in 2012 for the smaller size bottles, with speeds exceeding 250 bottles per minute. To complement its new capacity, Angostura added a new automatic case packer and fully automated spiral accumulation system, both of which helped increase the plant's daily line production. The fine quality of its rums has also made the Angostura brand an established player in the international rum market. And unsurprisingly, bitters remains as in demand as ever, now reaching people in 165 countries the world over. 2012 also marked the launch of Angostura's limited edition Legacy Rum, auctioned around the world to raise money for charity, as well as its Diamond Jubilee limited edition bitters, which gave £1 from the sale of every bottle towards Queen Elizabeth II of England's charitable causes. Quite a laudable history, wouldn't you say? Angostura and its products have become interwoven into the fabric of Trinidad and Tobago society, with Calypsonians singing its praises with pride.
Angostura has made history, it's true, from the ending of the battle at Waterloo. Dr. Seagut made personal sacrifice, experimenting with botanical herbs and spice. Its initial purpose was to set things right for upset stomach and poor appetite. So Angostura was destined for prosperity, cause they set out to help and to remedy.
But a sterling track record is only one ingredient in a successful company. The other is spirit, that unique alchemy that embodies the personality of all things Angostura. Once a rum or a bottle of bitters carries the Angostura seal, you can be assured that it is a unique elixir of enchantment and transformation. A key element in the smooth taste of Angostura's rum range dates back to 1947, when the company's laboratory began to propagate its own strain of yeast, which is still used today. You could say it is part of the DNA of Angostura's rums, unduplicated by any other manufacturer in the world. This specific yeast strain helps to provide a consistent taste and aroma, as well as a predictable fermentation time, with the end result being a high-quality, fuller-tasting rum. Just like Dr. Seagut's creation of bitters, which had both medicinal and palatable properties, Angostura's rum making is a delicate balance of art and science, ensuring consistency of flavor, no matter what the blend. And of course, the final mixing of the various blends is just as big a secret as the Angostura bitters recipe. Although the artisan elements of Angostura are still shrouded in secrecy, the company complies and often exceeds international quality standards. In 1995, the company distinguished itself by achieving ISO 9001 certification, the first regional distillery to do so. Today, it is also ISO 14001 certified, a standard that measures sound environmental performance. It was also the first in the Caribbean to attain the ISO 17025-2005 accreditation for alcohol testing. Always outward-looking, Angostura is interested not only in preserving its own legacy, but also in contributing to the history of the nation that has facilitated its growth. It continues to be one of the most active corporate citizens when it comes to investing in the arts, culture and sport, sponsoring West Indian cricket and its Prince of Port of Spain, Brian Lara, as well as up-and-coming hopefuls in sailing and cycling. Angostura products are often synonymous with Trinidad and Tobago's world-renowned carnival celebrations, so the company has always offered active support to the steel band movement. It currently sponsors the Starlift Steel Orchestra. Angostura continues to promote the cocktail as one of the optimum uses of its bitters product. hosting the Global Cocktail Challenge, one of the most anticipated international cocktail events, which features the national competition winners from around the world. In 2010, the company also started a rum festival, an opportunity to showcase the brand's rums. The event also educates patrons and consumers about the production process and uses of the product in everything from drinks to food. The company's collection of fine art is one of the most impressive in the region, as the company has always put its name behind indigenous artists like Lisa O'Connor and Leroy Clark. Angostura is also renowned for its breathtaking Barker butterfly collection, acquired from Malcolm Barker in 1974. It is often called the finest in the hemisphere. It is no coincidence that Angostura has the world's most awarded rum range and the largest butterfly collection in the region. When butterflies land on sugarcane, they say it's the optimum time for harvest. Angostura has been reaping the rewards of good business practice for nearly 200 years. So what does the future hold? More history to be created, further diversification, and untapped markets to be explored, all while maintaining the high quality of its products. New technologies to discover, cutting-edge upgrades to be made, and as always, the handing over of the privilege and responsibility of this grand dam of Caribbean manufacturing to the next visionary generation.